Hello, everybody, and welcome to yet another Subpixel live stream. Boy, do we have a doozy for you tonight. It's yet another stream series pilot where we try out something brand new, born forth from our minds, and we find out, is it any good or not? But this is not our other series, Is It Any Good? Because that's an edited series, it's not a live stream. Tonight, we're premiering a brand new series called The Bests, where we convene a panel of gamers and gaming enthusiasts who will each pitch 3 nominees via PowerPoint presentation to our topic. And by the end of the night, we will all convene and decide the top 3. Not necessarily first, second, third, just the 3 best. Tonight's topic, the best video game world to live in. Our first panelist, Kyle Bailey. Thank you for joining us. How excited are you for tonight?
I'm super pumped. I've also got the same cold I had the last time I streamed, so kind of bummed about that, but really interested to see everyone else's perspective and how much worse it is than mine.
Perfect. I wonder if you're allergic to 0 viewers.
Probably. Probably.
Will Crosby, how confident are you in your PowerPoint presentation?
I am so confident that I have already written my concession speech.
Oh, that's interesting. Chris, how about your PowerPoint? Was it? I don't know how recently you've dived into PowerPoint. Was it an old homecoming, or is it something you've dived into recently? How comfortable are you feeling?
The last time I used PowerPoint was most likely in high school, so we're very excited and very skilled. And I definitely didn't make most of my slides as PNGs in Photoshop and then drag them into Google Slides. I definitely didn't do that. Stop saying I did that.
That sounds like way more effort than I did.
That's way more. No, that's like too much effort. Unless you're doing something extremely fancy, like PowerPoint is very easy to use. There's actually times, I'm not dissing on you. There's actually times where I need to create or manipulate an image and I just do it in PowerPoint instead of Photoshop because it's going to be easier.
Photoshop is open on my computer 100%. It is open right now with a different thing. Photoshop is always open on computer. I'm a sociopath. I don't care.
That's crazy. And me, myself, it's honestly, I don't think I've given a PowerPoint presentation in a couple years, but I just touched it for Minigame Game Show. I just touched it for some background graphics for a video I did for work. So I'm pretty confident. I will say, I wonder if you guys hit this as well, is my bar for quality for this PowerPoint was on the floor. And because of that, it was so easy to make a PowerPoint. I felt like half the time I would put something there and normally I would go, that doesn't look right, I need to tweak it. But this time I just went, perfect, it looks awful,
There is in fact a mini game in my slideshow, which is, can you tell when Chris decided to give up?
I love it.
Starting slide.
Damn it, you already got it. Fuck.
Well, folks, let's flip it over to the presentations. I don't have a defined order. Is there anybody who would like to go first? All right,
I can go first.
All right, we'll go first then. It's going to take a little bit for us to get this together. So, Will, I believe you're going to be sharing your PowerPoint. I will grab it.
Yeah.
Ian, did you, when you organized the names on this image I'm seeing right now, is it alphabetic by last name?
Yes.
Good man.
Yes. All right.
That's how you do it.
I should be seeing
have it.
a yellow and
You should be
blue
seeing
PowerPoint on
Oh, no.
Invincible.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say Cyberpunk 2077, and you picked a much more cultured thing than I did.
It's a Google Slides theme. I just happen to choose.
All right. Well, you know what? I forgot. There aren't really rules, but basically each person's going to present 3 nominees in a roughly 10-minute PowerPoint presentation. Again, there's no rules, but let's try and give the presenter some space. Feel free to ask questions. But
Give me some
again,
space.
think of this as like a TED Talk or something. You can ask a question, but only if it's a good one. Give them some space to present their ideas, and then at the end, we're going to have a list of 12, and we're just going to kind of casually debate it and knock it down to 3. So, Will,
do you have a location for questions in your PowerPoint? Like, should we reserve them for the end, for example?
No, you can ask them whenever.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say just don't interrupt too much. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Will, take it away.
Hi, everyone. This is the best game worlds to live in. And it's by Will Crosby. That's me.
Okay.
You guys can see everything, correct?
Correct.
Yes.
Cool. Oop, I forgot to delete that. Sorry. You should probably delete.
God.
That was a good show.
I'm going to put Kingdom Hearts 3 as the first nominee.
Nope. First one is Stardew Valley. Ingrid's screen.
Okay. Okay.
It's chill and relaxing town packed with cool people. I just remembered there's a typo on this that I haven't fixed yet. Always something to do. Farm, mine, water, fish, or party. You can immediately fall asleep when you click on the bed.
That's true.
There's a magic box up front you
Oh.
can sell anything in.
Mhm.
There's constant parties and events. And that I forgot to delete. That's exciting, right? Stardew Valley.
Room for more. Room for more.
That's good.
It's just exploring. It's chill. You're on a farm.
You can fuck.
You can fuck.
Is there
Um,
is that in the game or is it just Fade?
can you have a baby?
Is
you
it
can
even-
have a
Oh,
baby,
you
but I
can have
believe
a
you
baby.
adopt them.
Is it
Yeah, I think it
implied?
does fade.
Is it even
So-
implied?
Oh, it's implied. Oh, it's heavily implied.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So your sex life fades, but that's okay. Okay, moving on. Any questions about Stardew Valley?
Is that it?
No, I have a statement. Your PowerPoint is way better designed than mine is.
Yeah, this is too pretty. I'm gonna strike this
Okay.
from the list.
Here we
Yeah.
go. Mass Effect, number 2.
Oh, God.
What planet?
No, Mass Effect.
Okay.
Fine, the Milky Way.
Okay.
Spaceships. Better health care.
Yeah.
Hey, he's not wrong.
Aliens.
Mhm.
New sex stuff with
Mhm.
aliens.
Those Krogans, man.
Oh.
The new frontier feeling. You could go set up a colony. You could be a merchant. You could cruise the galaxy as a pirate. You could be who you want to be. BARBIE, Barbie girl. It's also a dead franchise, so there's no risk of new cosmic threats,
That's true.
You said that, but they are making a new one.
supposedly.
We'll see.
No, they officially announced it.
I
The only
know.
con is there's still racism, plus new better alien racism.
Mm,
So,
Plus, you have to live in a universe with Ashley, so.
yeah.
That's true.
no, she's dead in mine.
Oh yeah, it's true. It depends.
Mine
But
too.
she still existed at some point, which is just, it's like tarnished.
That's true.
smells.
Number 3, Dead or Alive Extreme Beach
Oh my
Volleyball.
God.
almost did this exact
Oh
joke.
my
What
God.
the fuck?
You guys are awful.
Hot ladies.
Oh my goodness.
Beach vibes. Volleyball.
Mm-hmm.
Attractive women. Lots of cool stuff to do, like push each other into pools.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful bikini babes.
Oh boy.
Delicious food, probably.
I can confirm.
Also, girls.
Oh.
I'm realizing.
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Hey, Boto.
Don't call the
Uh,
police.
Question. Hey, Will, have you played any of the Dead or Alive games?
Nope. I had played
Okay.
the demo to Extreme
So-
Beach Volleyball.
So you're
though.
not familiar with the story of the Dead or Alive games.
Oh,
Nope.
I just have one
Okay,
question.
That's fine.
If you were going to pick Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball, why would you not pick something like Honey Pop instead?
Yeah, I don't think you saw these hot babes
Well, I'm just saying
from the Xbox 360.
you chose a world.
Only 3 of them are murderers.
You chose a world
Oh,
full
4.
of beautiful women that you cannot touch or do anything explicit with.
I get to play volleyball with them. I feel like you're missing the point here.
Fun fact about the story of the beach volleyball side stories of Dead or Alive. They are in fact a horrifying island in which the girls are trapped on and are not allowed to leave.
Yeah, and I'm there with them.
Doing nothing because it doesn't exist in the world.
I am glad that you covered up the underage one. Thank you. That was a good move.
Wait, excuse me. There's an underage.
I'm pretty sure the one on the left is like 16.
I know nothing about the game series other than I played the demo once.
Thank you, stranger.
Anyways,
Oh.
thanks everyone.
Thanks for the sub, LaCroix boy.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness. Wow. Well,
Uh,
thank you, Will. Is there somebody who would like to go next? All right, Kyle, I'm gonna throw you up since you're at the top of the order.
All right. Get this thing started. Screen
whew,
share.
that took like 20 minutes on the couch.
I'm not gonna lie, I hated that.
I hated how
Like,
it looked
it was
really,
funny.
It looked really good, but in terms of like PowerPoint etiquette, pretty bad.
Yeah.
I have zero PowerPoint etiquette.
All right, so let me get this up. Kyle, and then we will kick it off here.
Okay. And I can't. I've got the stupid keynote or whatever it's called, the notes section where you're presenting a PowerPoint.
Yeah.
So I can't see if it's actually will switch for me, but I don't know if it's going to switch for the stream. So let me know if nothing happens.
Okay, just keep an eye on it because I have had issues with that before. So just let me know the first time you switch the slides. Folks, here we go. This is 3 options for the best video game world to live in by Kyle Bailey. Take it away.
Cool. So I'm like looking at the stream to make because I still don't see mine up there on the stream.
It's up there.
Okay, I trust you. Okay, this is 3 options for the best video game world to live in by Kyle Bailey. Okay, so that animate for you guys.
Yep, I'm seeing it. Yep.
That was great.
Okay, all right. So before we get started, who am I? My name's Kyle Bailey. Why am I talking to you about this topic? Ian asked me to. Why should you listen to me? Because I'm gay.
Yes, very, very good gift selection.
Oh
Okay.
boy.
All right. I also have had a very, what you might call illustrious career as a basketball player, former American professional basketball
Knew
player.
it.
And I'm currently the assistant coach to the Sun Rockers Shibuya of Japan's B League. At one point in my life, I was 6'2". I was also 200 pounds. And I was once voted most valuable player of the second basketball Bundesliga North Division League, whatever you want to call it.
Wait a minute.
It was so long ago, I really can't remember.
Bundesliga.
This is like
by the way.
Bundesliga, yeah.
It's like Eastbound and Down, but basketball. He was born in Alaska, but he's coaching a basketball team in Japan.
And he played in
The
Germany.
weird thing is, he's the day before my birthday was his birthday.
Wow.
Very,
Wow.
very strange.
It's incredible.
I mean, my birthday was the day before my birthday.
Good catch.
I've also had what you might call an interesting retirement.
Oh no.
Just a few days ago, on June 2nd, I was arrested in Indiana for dealing heroin. Obviously, by the mugshot, you can tell they made a massive mistake and they let me go. But the most important factor as to why I'm having you listen to me give this wonderful presentation is that I know what it is to live a full life. I am the recipient of a double lung transplant
Congratulations.
10 years ago, and 5 years ago, I also had my kidney and liver transplant surgeries. So, you know,
God bless.
I've seen the spectrum. I've been on the ups. I've suffered through the downs. Now I'm rocking that middle road. All right. That's my name. There, in case you missed it.
I saw that.
What? I can't see anyone. What?
Keep going.
Keep going. What's your first option?
Okay. So what's your first option? Clearly, it's The Sims.
Fuck you.
Oh, wow.
Should have gone second. All right. Why? Big question. The Sims is entirely up to player choice. That means you have literally nothing to worry about. The likelihood of you specifically being created is extremely low. Less than 0.0000000000026%. I did the math. No, I don't have proof.
You can't show your
Why
work.
continued? Why would you want to exist in the first place? What could possibly make you want to live in any sort of plane of existence? Enjoy your time in limbo. Doing nothing, and knowing nothing, and being nothing. If it's pain, so why bother? The best you could possibly hope for is being a retired, washed-up, semi-pro American basketball player who was recently arrested for dealing heroin and has had his lungs, kidneys, and livers transplanted. Liver. I only had one, not two. I should know it's been a truly wonderful life, and I can't wait to get it over with. But, well, did you have a question?
No, just a little bit of shock at the suicidal thoughts, but keep going.
I mean, just go with me. In the unlikely event that you are created in The Sims, time will usually be sped up by the player, so the perceived length of your putrid existence may possibly seem faster than normal. Unless you get a sociopath that plays at normal speed, and then you're screwed. And if you're somehow brought into the world of The Sims, know that eventually the heat death of the universe will end all currently known forms of life and energy, and after a few billion years, no one will be around to turn on the PC or server that your life has been saved onto. All intents and purposes, you'll no longer exist once again. What's your second option? Obviously, it's Scribble Knots.
Scribble knots.
That's good.
Why? The world's things are at your beck and call. Seriously, anything you want, you type it out and it just appears. There's also like puzzles and stuff for you to figure out for like 2 hours, so that's got to be fun, right? For a little bit. Plus, you get to be like a cute cartoon that can still technically kill things, which there's not much better than that. And when it comes time to end it all, simply type in the word guillotine. You're all set.
Is that in the game?
I don't know. I would assume so. You can have like a gun. You can have
Man, that's crazy.
I know you can kill people because they have like, little health things. But that's besides the point. We come now to the final and most worthy of my entries, I believe. What's your last option? It can only be Dream Daddy.
Oh,
That's pretty good.
it's good foreshadowing.
Why? Brian. Literally just Brian. He's the perfect daddy material. Look at this guy. Brian Harding, the rival dad. His likes include bragging about his children's accomplishments or his child's accomplishment. I don't really care about the child at this point, but that's neither here nor there. I can work with that. He enjoys poker nights out with the boys, and he's got a corgi. You know, I'm totally fine with him being the best at dad stuff. He dislikes when his dog digs up his award-winning garden. That's simple. Get a leash. And he dislikes being the little spoon, which works fine for me. Again, he has a corgi. Look at that thing. So cute. I mean, both of them really are adorable. Just imagine like throwing.
That's
the
a bod
frisbee
right
around.
there too. Goddamn.
It is ideal. That damn smile. Oh man. He knows how to fish.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
It's in the game. I just, you know, that's a perk. I can also fish, so we can fish together. And there's an endless opportunity for fan art. Obviously, you know,
Nice.
all the good stuff,
Nice.
Oh
all
no.
the great,
Oh,
the good
no.
stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was not blurred enough.
That was not working up at all.
I think it's blurred enough.
Oh my goodness.
In summary, Dream Daddy is the obvious choice. That's it. That's the end. Goodbye.
Thank you.
I love
Thank you,
that.
Kyle. Fantastic.
That was very good.
That was great
Alright.
for me.
That's real good.
Ooh.
Chris, I'm going to leave it up to you if you want me to go next or
No, that's
if
fine.
you want to go
I'll-
next.
I'll go next.
Okay.
Okay, so
All right. So far, while you're bringing that up, we've got 6 nominees: Stardew Valley, Mass Effect, Dead or Alive, Extreme Beach Volleyball, The Sims, Scribblenauts, and Dream Daddy. Let me...
do you see a white screen for me?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't see it either.
I must have done it wrong. Hold please.
Yeah, I don't see you in the room at all. I mean, I see you, but not
Okay,
you.
I'm just gonna stream a single Chrome tab then. Alright, that means unfortunately one of my bits won't work, but that's okay.
Yeah, I can see it.
And now you see a black screen?
Yes.
Yes.
One second, let me get it up and running on the stream.
No, go for it. Take your time.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, Chris Elliott, what are your nominees?
Hello. Today I'm here to bring you the 3 best gaming worlds to live in. A scathing look into what it takes to truly live in a world and what a world needs to live in us. By award winner Chris Elliott, who is alive despite any reports saying otherwise. Please don't look further into that. Part 1 of 1, presented by Chef Boyardee. Hello, sharks. Today I'm here seeking. Sorry, this is the. That's the wrong slideshow. don't. Sorry, that's when I have something immediately after this. Don't worry about it. All right. So the ground rules. I'm assuming going into this list that I will not be the protagonist in the world that I'm being inserted into. I will be starting at level 1 or the closest equivalent in any given game world. And it is as if I was born into this world, not as if I was transported into it like some sort of anime nerd ass bullshit. So I won't have any like exterior knowledge going into this world. It's my own reality. It's where I was born, raised, all that stuff. I don't know that I'm in the video game, for example. So that being understood, first one, Heidelin. The second one, don't be an asshole. If you know what I mean by that, you're already being an asshole. Stop it. So some background here. This is the Final Fantasy 14 world.
Because I've never Final Fantasy. What the fuck? Final Fantasy 14. Okay, I'm gonna put that down.
Final Fantasy 14 world. I am assuming you live in Eorzea for this because it's the only location we really have information about. Because where 95% of the plot takes place. I didn't play the last expansion. Get off my back. Magic is abundant. Any random schmo can give or accept a quest. The gods are alive, they actively hear and entertain prayers, and they're often huge dickheads about it and cause a big problem. The world is in constant jeopardy of being destroyed, and in fact has been destroyed multiple times. However, none of this matters to 99% of the civilians. But Chris, why Heidelin, you ask? And the sorry, that's that shit. I don't know where that came from. So let's talk about some pros and cons.
All right.
Careers. So one of the great things about Heidelin is that you can pick up, start training in, and master any given career or job in like a day. Like you can go from a complete amateur blacksmith to a masterworks blacksmith in like 18 hours probably. So nice. Hey, that's nice. Adventure. Do you want to go out and fight stuff, kill dragons, save damsels in distress, completely overthrow monarchies, cause regicide? Easy. Yeah, no problem. It takes like 25 minutes. The economy. Because of the way the Final Fantasy XIV economy works, basic commodities such as like bread, for example, are incredibly cheap. But if you add like bread, tomato, and cheese together to make like a pizzetta, you can now resell that for thousands of dollars.
Wow.
Fantasia. This one's not even that much of a joke. Fantasia is actually just it's this can of Diet Coke that you drink, and then you get to transform your body into anything you like, any race, sexual identity, look, form, hair, whatever you want. You can get it all done instantaneously. Fuck body dysmorphia. Drink this Mountain Dew.
Wait, I'm sorry. So it's blackface in a can?
Waifus. There's waifus in this game.
Boom.
Cuisine. Because people training the culinarian job, people are constantly making incredible 5-star dishes of food and then selling them for actual pennies to afford more materials to make more of the food over and over and over again. You can use this to your advantage. And Ronald Reagan does not exist in this universe.
It's on the con side.
Always. Yeah.
Cons. Incredibly dangerous. As mentioned, everything is trying to kill you all the time, and if any of the side quests are be to believe, this is an incredibly dangerous place to live, and you will constantly be beset by giant chickens, demons, or something of the sort. There's a housing crisis. That's not even that's just a thing. How even small houses cost billions in this game. So you'll most likely be living in an apartment or just staying at an inn, which does only cost 10 GP, which is nothing forever. The economy is in fucking shambles. There's constant geopolitical strife. Moogle quests and the Waking Sands. If you play Final Fantasy XIV, you understand that.
I'm sorry, what are Moogle quests? I need to know.
Moogle quests are a very specific set of quests for the Moogle Beast Tribe, which are fucking terrible because the Moogles are the worst and require incredibly stupid things.
Oh, Moogle's a good word.
Conclusion.
Why is it turn so
Oh my god.
Heidelin is pretty dope as long as you can avoid all the gods, giant death bots, and whatever bullshit erupted from the Earth / came from space, hell, another dimension this week. Thank you. On to the next one. World. The Monster Hunter world. That's right. We're talking about the Monster Hunter world. Now, I hear the obvious question here. Chris, why would I want to live in the Monster Hunter world? It's incredibly dangerous. There's constant violence, death, and destruction. I am apparently going to be in mandatory military service from the day I am born until the day I die.
Wow.
And it is a kill or be killed environment in which everything not only wants to kill you, but is actively trying to. And if it sees you, will do anything it possibly can to make sure you are consumed. So why on earth would I want to live in the Monster Hunter world? Well, to that I say, because it's rad as fuck. Are you kidding me? Hell yeah. Fucking, okay. Sexism, racism, gender inequality, people being dicks. We don't have time for any of that. We have monsters to kill right now. You see someone's being a dick about something. Oh, what's that? A Rathalos just burst in the door. We have to all band together and kill it. Everyone's equal as long as you can pick up a sword and fight, motherfucker. Fashion? You want to worry about what you're wearing to work tomorrow? You don't have to. What you're wearing to work tomorrow is what you killed today. What you're using at work tomorrow is what you killed today. Job security? I don't need any of that shit. See the guy with the hammer? That's your boss. You know what his job is? To swing that hammer at things and kill it. You know what your job is? The same damn thing, baby. Cuisine? You don't have to worry about, like, you know, oh man, I gotta watch my diet. I gotta. You're constantly exercising. You're fighting, and then you come home back to the base, and this buff ass cat will whip you up some dope ass food made of the thing you just slayed to protect your village. Hell yeah. Literally everyone is hot. You know why? Because it's survival of the fittest, baby. And everyone that's ugly, lame, and weak and couldn't do anything is already dead. So everyone left is shredded, ready to go, and cool. You can make friends with this fucking cat. Conclusion. Fuck yeah, Monster Hunter. Intermission.
Please tell me there was good music
I
here.
knew there was one of these. I would have gotten water right now instead of 2 minutes ago.
No, this is actually when I was gonna check the Dogecoin thing in Robinhood, but unfortunately, I can't stay away from this. So, oh, I cut off. Thanks, slides. You're a great app. Gillinor. Background. This is the RuneScape world.
No.
I knew it.
Wow.
In particular, I'm talking about the old school RuneScape timeline. However, I understand that RuneScape 3 is also fine, but I don't know enough about it to make a convincing argument for it. Any random schmo can give or accept a quest.
Wait.
Some gods are alive, some are dead, most are huge assholes. However, some of them are dope as fuck. But Chris, why Gillinor? I know exactly how this slide got in your motherfucker. That's right, because RuneScape is for the hotties, baby. Hell yeah. And here's the thing. Everyone's got that terrible 3D art, so you have to really get in deep to know how good they are. And then when you're in the world for real, you can see how hot they truly are. Baby. Be fucking rich. Don't just make a little bit of money. Make a shitload of money with RuneScape. You know those 5 lobsters you just fished up? They're worth hundreds of gold a pop. Hell
Wow.
yeah, dude. Did I skip a thing? Adventure. Fuck yeah. Save the elves. Go rebuild the dwarf city. Get teleported to another astral plane. Get a magical sword and slay the demon that'll end the world. Hop over those fucking fires with a sweet kickflip. Go find the Monkey King and then see what he's up to. There's endless amount of shit to do, and when you complete all of it, you get a dope cape that lets everyone know you've saved the goddamn world and you're awesome. Kill whatever the fuck. Kill Vorkath the dragon. Kill Zolrod the giant lizard monster. Kill the King Black Dragon. Slay monsters made of literal lava that'll give you a cape. Fuck yeah. Kill epic shit, not just some regular played out bullshit. And then go kill some regular played out bullshit because you still have to train Slayer. Skilling. Here's the thing. If we're claiming that we're starting at level 1 or level 0, whatever the fuck, guess what? You can still immediately start skilling and start grinding your ass up there. Get 99 fishing, catch a million fish, cook them all, and sell them back to the market, and you'll be richer than sin. Go farming. Hell yeah, farming. Build a house for a reasonable price that can have every amenity you could ever possibly desire in it, or talk to the snake. Fuck being rich. Be self-reliant. That's right. You can just completely ignore the economy. Money is made up. You don't need to do anything to listen to anyone. You can grow your own food. Go fishing for your own food. Cut down logs for your own house. Do whatever you want. You don't have to talk to people. You can completely ignore. You can ignore the main plot. You can ignore anything. You can just hide in your hole and go do agility courses all day. Never fucking die. Because in this universe, death doesn't care. You can just pay him off. A very small amount of money, in fact. Or equipped with ring of life, excuse me, and you'll just I'm dying, and you'll just teleport out as soon as your death, your death, no matter what situation, poison, a disease, anything else, boom, you're back in Lumbridge, baby, and you're fine. Or you can just make friends with death, and he won't even care. Chill, skill, save the world, cook fish, fight a god, raise a cat, become a monarch, build a house, make arrows, steal from people, talk to God, learn magic, bake cake, steal from sheep, fight for God, rice, talk to a snake, go hunting, chill with penguins, get a cake made of lava, kill a king, get high with some gnomes, save some ghosts, fight 7 badass dudes, beat up some vampires, pick up bones, talk to a wise old man, get a magic sword, slay monsters, mine rocks, make weapons, become a monarch in another place entirely, farm some crops, dismiss random events, meet monkeys, parkour, jam to sea shanty 2, find the holy grail, make a red berry pie, never train root crafting, come to Gillinor. Any
RuneScape,
questions?
I thought you were talking about Skyrim.
No, that world is lame and full of racists.
Excuse me, Nern is great.
That was impressive.
You really crisped that one.
Is that the end?
As I'm glad that's the end. Yeah.
Thank you so much. All right. So let me get.
That was really good.
Yeah, that was great. It was great.
I mean, it wasn't as good as mine, but
Ian didn't appreciate it.
No, I'm just distracted because I got to figure out. I think I'm going to share mine via Discord because it's less likely to screw up my audio setup because of streaming.
Okay.
So,
wow.
let me get that set up. And
When you started and you said the name of the Final Fantasy 14 world, I was like, I've never heard of this video game before. And then I realized it was the name of the world.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going
what the
to
heck?
share.
I look really weird on stream, apparently.
Oh, you've got that weird pixel sorting stuff.
Oh, I'll clear it real quick.
It knows.
Okay, y'all should be seeing my PowerPoint in Discord.
Got it.
My PowerPoint by Ian Gibson. Oh no.
Oh my word.
Oh, this is gonna give me
Are you guys seeing presenters?
Yes. And it's
Okay.
it's the worst.
Yeah.
It's flickering in and out, and it's terrible.
Yeah, that's the problem. I've got it. So you're just No, I'll still give you audio. I can give you audio. I'll give you this, and I'll give you that. Okay, so now you're capturing my monitor, and then I'll give you audio here. Okay, and then let me clear Kyle's camera real quick. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, are we ready for the best game worlds to live in by Ian Gibson?
Is it the SpongeBob font?
No, I think that's Comic Sans.
No, at the bottom. You're by Ian Gibson.
No, I can't remember what font that is. Are you here to bother me?
Look.
She's live streaming me. Roblox is on Saturdays, not Tuesdays.
Making friends with.
Okay, I think she
This is all
just
staying in.
live streamed me
man.
to somebody. Anyways, here we go, folks. The best game worlds to live in. Hello, my name is Ian, and today I want to talk to you about game worlds. But before we do that, we need to talk about why I'm qualified. First of all, I'm 31 years old. That means I've lived in this world for a long time, and quite frankly, I'm ready for a new one. I also own 439 Steam games, which means I've played a lot of video games. And finally, I have 88 Roblox friends. All of them love me, and they all agree with my opinions. Ergo, I am perfect for this topic. But when I was thinking about what I wanted to nominate, I first asked myself the question, what is good? And I immediately answered the question, FCC. That's right. I want a game world that is fun, comfortable, and consequence-free. And once I had that crystal clear vision in my mind, my first nominee came out of the sky like a bolt of lightning. It's a world that is absolutely crazy and endlessly entertaining. Literally, when will it end?
Die, you chug-faced goons!
That's right, folks. It's The Simpsons Hit and Run, the 2003 video game for the GameCube, PlayStation 2, Xbox, and PC. It is arguably the best video game adaptation of a TV show that you already know and love. Look, if you lived in the Hit and Run world, you would get to visit so many incredible places, such as the Quickie Mart, where racist things happen, the Simpsons blue-collar house that is now probably worth $750,000 minimum, the idyllic American town square that doesn't exist in reality, and the nuclear power plant that is a Chernobyl Fukushima waiting to happen. You also, being part of the Simpsons world means you get to hang out with all these cool people like Bad Boy Bart, Itchy, Scratchy, and a racist character from the past, Homer the Idiot, and the May September lovers, Smithers and Mr. Burns. And then just think of all the things you can do inside of the Simpsons Hit and Run world. You can do driving, you can do punching, platforming, collecting, walking, talking, doing. So much fun that you can have.
Sorry, at least one of those
Inside
gifts
the
is
world.
not from
I was
Simpsons
gonna say
Hit and
one of
Run.
those definitely from.
No, that's just the HD pack.
Oh, okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Look, I know I'm making a lot of points here about Simpsons Hit and Run, but I'm not wrong. If you look at these review scores, you can see that it is one of the greatest open world games of all time, in that it got an average of 8 out of 10, which we're all aware is a notch above solid 7. It also got some incredible reviews stating that it, quote, won't disappoint, from one Alex Navarro, who's a hard ass and a Simpsons mega fan. So this game is Navarro approved, which means it's a world we all want to live in. How could you possibly turn down the opportunity to live in that world?
Sorry, I'm distracted by Hamtaro's ass.
Number 2 is a world where you shoot and kill so many big enemies, but it's never scary and it's always fun.
I was right.
I knew it.
I knew it.
This was on my short list.
Remember when Ian said he wanted consequence free?
I know, right?
Let me explain myself, okay?
Please do.
I'm nominating the world of Earth Defense Force, which is a Japanese alien shoot 'em up series. Now, I'm going to admit, you're right, it's chaotic and crazy, but in a good way. Let me explain. If you're not familiar with Earth Defense Force, it's basically a world-sized shooting gallery. It's like 1 billion times bigger than the ones you would find at Bass Pro. But here's the thing. You also get big, ridiculous guns, and you get to shoot lots of different aliens, bugs, cyborgs, UFOs, literally hundreds of thousands of them. When you put all that together, it's basically Starship Troopers, the unofficial video game, and we all know that Starship Troopers is one of the greatest movies of all time. And the only good bug is a dead bug. There are so many things that you could do in the world of EDF. Just imagine who you could be. You could be the Ranger, who's basically a grunt with the keys to an endless armory of fun weapons. Or you could be the Wing Diver, who literally flies around and shotguns big aliens in the face. Or you could throw on an enormous suit of armor. I'm sorry, you could be an Air Raider, who calls down airstrikes and pilots all these crazy vehicles like tanks and mechs. Or you could just put on a giant suit of armor, lumber down the street, and punch aliens in the face with your phallic-shaped weapons. There is so much variety in the EDF world that I don't care what your personal kink or fetish is, it will satisfy it. 100% guarantee. Basically, it's an endless playground of violence. Do you know how many guns there are in EDF? Let's hear some guesses from the
6.
audience. 6.
64.
I hear 4.
64.
I hear 64.
At least 5.
That's right. 1,187.
That's not real.
That is real. From the EDF wiki, across all the EDF games, there are 1,187 distinct guns. Imagine that. A world where you get to fire all those boomsticks that you get to pull the trigger on. That's right. The EDF world is across 10 games, 61 unique enemy types, and 500 plus missions. You will never get tired or bored in this game of shooting things with new weapons. This is what you're going to look like in the EDF world. This is your face all the time because
Bruce Wayne.
you're gonna be killing endlessly with a big old bloody smile on your face. It's beautiful, incredible. Folks, we gotta talk about my final nominee.
Please do.
It's a world of many worlds, full of incredible technology, interesting dilemmas, and lovable characters.
I swear to Christ, Ian.
Oh, come on! You're the worst! No!
Folks, Stargate Explorers is a real Roblox game.
Shut it down. There's also real Stargate games you could have chosen.
Listen, Will and I found it while streaming our internationally successful series, Roblox with Friends, and honestly, it was really, really cool for a Roblox game. It has all the different planets and locations to visit. Also has a nostalgic touch of the familiar. You get to go through the Stargate command and all that. Now, I know what you guys are thinking.
No, you don't.
Is this a joke?
Energy.
You're wrong about what I was thinking.
No. It's a loophole. Let me explain. When I was a child, I went to college. Specifically, the most prestigious university in the Middle East, the American University of Beirut. And when I was there, I got a bachelor's degree in English literature with a double minor in creative writing and philosophy, which makes me uniquely positioned to make a logically irrefutable argument. Stargate Explorers is a video game. Stargate Explorers takes place in the world of Stargate. Therefore, Stargate itself is a video game world. We're throwing Roblox out the window. I'm talking about Stargate itself, folks. The entire Stargate cinematic universe, every single bit of it qualifies for this. And I want to live there, and you do too, even if you don't know it yet. Stargate the movie, Stargate SG-1, Stargate Atlantis, Stargate Universe, all of it qualifies as a video game world. Think about all the worlds you can visit there. There's the planet that looks like the forest outside of Vancouver. There's the planet made of CGI Vesuvius, the planet that's a dimly lit soundstage, and the other planet that also looks like the forest outside of Vancouver. Think about all the adventures you can have in the Stargate universe. You can travel back in time, you can meet robots, you can hug aliens, and you can meet Dom DeLuise. And the best part, you're going to be doing all of that with your best friends, including Teal'c, former First Prime of Apophis turned stoic interstellar sex symbol.
Kratos.
Colonel Jack O'Neill, a sarcastic special forces soldier with a heart of gold, and always with a snappy one-liner. Major Samantha Carter, incredibly smart and capable, and also has like this weird shippable romance with Colonel. You have to watch it to understand it. And finally, Dr. Daniel Jackson, who's basically like an ancient alien crackpot conspiracy theorist, except somehow he's right about everything, so he has to be part of the team because he's the only one who has any idea what's going on. All of this leads to one irrefutable conclusion. Stargate itself is the best game world to live in. Thank you. I rest my case.
See, I purposely didn't choose Star Wars because I felt like it was a cop-out.
It's no.
I also intentionally didn't choose KOTOR because of this.
Too bad.
Boo!
Too bad. Too bad.
You know,
If I just have to say, if that's your low effort PowerPoint presentation,
Yeah, you're a sociopath.
oh my god, like
yeah,
you
mine was
are
low effort.
insane.
Please.
Yeah.
I
Mine was
totally
literally
saw
a white
I
presentation with black text.
I
This
was
didn't take
worried
that
that
long.
I put too much effort into mine, and then Ian's bullshit happened.
I honestly thought about EDF, and then having giant bugs terrified me.
Yeah, the thing about EDF is that I don't want to die, and I would like to go to sleep at some point, and I can't do that
Yeah.
if there's constantly giant bugs gnawing at my face.
I'm not
it's
gonna
just
lie,
so much fun.
I did think about doing Roblox, but I kind of figured that you were gonna do something like this. So
Yes, as a backdoor way.
I'm
to
surprised
talk about
Chris didn't pick
Stargate.
Pokemon.
Pokemon's a terrible society to live in.
That's true. I want to play EDF now, though.
I do kind of want to play EDF now.
All right, so here's what we're gonna
I
do.
want to live in it though.
I'm gonna get this up and running. You guys can see that, right?
Yes, I
Yes.
can see this.
Okay, and now let me get this for the stream. The stream can now see it, and I'm going to
cheating so bad.
add my games. Run.
I only picked Dead or Alive Volleyball because I thought it would be funny.
Well, yeah, I didn't think that was a serious one, considering that.
Also, I forgot Kyle was on the show.
Am I the only person that knows the Dead or Alive storyline?
Yes, the only thing I know about, I didn't even know Dead or Alive was a fighting game when that game came out.
Oh wow!
Because it was on a demo. I think it was a 360 demo disc.
Oh, it's very good.
To be fair, Will, if you can't have anything to do with the women on that island, I'm in the same boat. So
That's
I mean,
true.
really,
yeah.
But so wait, the way I was thinking of it is you happen to live in the world with the people, right?
Well, then you just live in the
But
Dead
see, I
or Alive world,
wasn't
which is a
following
terrible
like
place to
you
live.
have to work with the game mechanics that are also there. So.
No, that I wasn't either.
I mean,
which I'm saying, like, if you have to live in the Dead or Alive universe, it's a terrible place to live.
Yeah, I'm not saying any of these are hard and fast, but for me personally, I was viewing it as like you can't do something unless it's in the game. You know what I mean? So that's why I was saying for DOA, I'm like, well, you can't have sex with them. Anyways, so here's what we're gonna do. This is the list of 12 unranked. We need to boil this down to 3. So I don't have a hard and fast process for this. I think we're just going to discuss it. If you're familiar with Giant Bomb's Game of the Year, the way they do it is it's just an open discussion, and you just kind of talk about what games you don't think are going to make the final 3. So you slowly whittle the list down, or you come up and say, I think this is a top 3. Let's try and lock one of them in. I'll kick it off first. I think we need to get rid of Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball, because I was not aware there was underage in it. And that is I cannot support that.
There is a character I believe is underage, or worst case scenario, or like not worst, but still bad scenario is that they are one of those characters who is definitely underage, but Japan is like no.
Oh, but
it was between that and stuff. Honestly, the other one was Honey Pop is what I was gonna pick. Honey Pop.
Dead or Alive as a universe in general is not a great place to live in. At worst, it's just our reality. Sorry, at best, it's just our reality. At worst, it's our reality, but there is superpowered people running around beating the shit out of each other, destroying buildings, and possibly killing you for their own amusement or personal gain.
Yeah.
Not good.
So are we okay with striking that from the list?
Yeah, I'm okay.
I'm good with that.
Oh, man, I forgot what the... Will, do you remember what the shortcut is for...
Control or Alt Shift 5 is
That's
cross
what
out.
it does. Great. Okay, I'm just gonna fill it instead. All right. Anybody else have anything to bring? Anything they want to make a case for, or anything they don't think quite makes it, or that you just want to talk through?
The Sims does not fucking count.
Why doesn't it count?
Why not?
Because The Sims is just our universe, but controlled by an active evil god as opposed to an inactive evil god.
Actually, yeah, that was something I was thinking of. Was in the Sims universe, you do have some control, but there is somebody controlling you and messing with stuff.
Yes. Here's the thing:
you can like hang with death though, and like
there's good stuff.
He would just wake up and you'd be like, "What did I just do for the past hour?"
Because they forced you to do something. The difference for me is that if you hate your life, most likely it's going to go by way faster than it normally would.
The argument of the best way to win the game is not to play is not an option.
I'm not saying you're not playing. I'm just saying you don't exist most of the time.
I don't think.
Yeah, but the whole structure of this is that I exist in this reality.
Yeah,
you the potential for you to exist is there, and you might exist.
No, but how am I supposed to base my judgment off the best video game worlds to live in if I'm assuming I don't live in it?
Well, you're assuming you could live in it. Not that you can't.
That's true.
I don't know if I like that argument.
I like it way more than Final Fantasy 14, where the economy's terrible and everything's terrible.
Yeah, I think so. There was a big con list on that. Yeah,
Final Fantasy.
That was like massive.
Hold on. Hydaelyn was there to make you guys expect a real list, and then I bullshitted you with Monster Hunter or RuneScape. Let's get that straight. That was a red herring.
So 15,
even 14's off.
Okay.
Oh, 14, you can go to 14. I had no intention of fighting.
Also, no to Monster Hunter. I do not want to live in a world where there are giant monsters trying to kill me all the time.
Then I want EDF gone because
I want EDF gone too.
Okay, that's fine. I accept that reality.
How would you live in that world? That you could constantly be ants underneath your house and dig out. How you would not make it as a soldier in that world, sir.
Okay.
You would
I'm-
just be in your
I'm-
apartment, and your apartment would fall into a sinkhole of giant ants and
So we're,
spiders.
we're saying EDF
I
and
elect.
Monster
I
Hunter.
elect and The Sims.
Okay, let's put that on. There's a lot of stuff coming out there. There's a question I need to ask.
Yes.
I think I made a very strong case, but I need to know if you guys consider Stargate eligible for this.
No,
list.
absolutely
no,
not.
Ian, I don't consider any of yours eligible.
No, Simpsons Hit and Run is pretty good.
No.
It's a television show.
I also don't
No,
like
that's
this.
but the
I'm
game.
indifferent
Also,
to this
if you
thing.
just consider
Also,
what's in the
as-
game,
as-
that game has a lot in it.
That's fair. You also noted that it is an inevitability that that place will go nuclear and be utterly destroyed.
He
And-
did say,
and
did
there's
say it's a
racism.
potential.
Yeah.
Potential.
Potential.
It was the talking point twice.
You
Racism.
bring up racism multiple times.
I brought up space racism, but that's new and cool.
just okay. But wait a minute. Okay, let's go back
It's
to
true.
EDF real quick.
Oh my god.
Because here's the thing about EDF. It literally is just a shooting gallery. You don't take any of it seriously.
But you're just in the world. You don't necessarily have a gun.
But
Yeah, exactly. You can be a civilian.
you're telling me that the entire world is under attack and it's on the brink, and you're gonna go, I want to be a soldier, and somebody's gonna be like, no, we're not gonna let you be a soldier.
Okay,
Yeah, but the
fine.
entire world's not under attack in EDF. It's
am
only
I-
Japan.
Am I also? I also. I think
Is
it's
it
the
really
whole
only
world.
Japan?
No, I think
Pretty
it's the whole
much.
world. But I'm relatively certain also that the death count in EDF is in the billions.
Bucks, yes.
So if I'm flipping a coin right now, I have a 1 in 7% chance, 1 in 7 chance of just instantly being dead,
Okay, all right. I'll
or higher.
clearly
I
you
would
guys
put
don't like killing
EDF
things.
in the weekend vacation category.
That's fair. That's fair.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, since
You,
we're just
you can take Monster Hunter off as well.
since we're just steamrolling through mine, I do want to talk about Simpsons Hit and Run.
Please make your case, you dying man.
I think that's the most
It's-
viable of yours.
It's really good. Like, have you guys played Simpsons Hit and Run? It's like
I
a
haven't.
really good
It-
open
no.
world. It's crazy how
It
much
is a
they
good
have
game.
in it. It's basically just Springfield. It's crazy. It's
No,
there's a
it's
lot
not
of
basically
stuff.
just Springfield. It is just Springfield.
But I mean, in a video game, think about like all the video games, even like the latest South Park games have a decent amount of South Park in it, but it doesn't feel like it's fully capturing it to an extent. But Simpsons Hit and Run is just like, it's just a crazy playground if you're a Simpsons fan because of how much is in it and accurately represented and all this stuff like that.
I agree. I think it's a good choice. I just don't think it'll hang with the other choices here.
That's fair.
I agree that it is a valid choice. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Okay, let's leave it on the list for now because I want to talk about Mass Effect.
we can leave it up there for now.
Mm.
I want to talk about Stardew, but go ahead and talk about Mass Effect.
Real quick, Mass Effect was Will's, and I'm pretty sure like
Yes.
every single pro you mentioned on that list is not valid, except for the alien sex. Well,
What
not
were
even the
they?
alien sex. It was things like
Spaceship.
Healthcare.
I don't think the healthcare is free in Mass Effect. Because, and
For sure,
here's
Nick?
my argument. I don't think it ever explicitly says that it is, unless you're in the military. But that's the same as in our world. But the other thing
That's
is
true.
that game is so thoroughly saturated with like anti-capitalist propaganda where everybody's just nickel and diming and scamming everybody that there is no way healthcare is free and accessible to most people.
I only meant like better health care, like cures for
the,
diseases and such.
But I'll give you an
What's the
example.
council's economic plan for the next 50,000 years?
Nothing. Because I played a mission last
Absolutely
night.
nothing.
I played a mission last night where I learned about duck rats, which are basically small abandoned children in the Citadel who just live in the ducks. And that doesn't sound like a happy, safe, healthy world where you're in like the capital of the galaxy and there's literally abandoned gutter children running around the ventilation ducts and just dying
Their
randomly.
choice.
So I think Mass Effect is a very interesting world. I don't think it's a good world to live in because you're constantly getting scammed. There's like all this violence going on. There's people being racist against you no matter what your race is. I'm not crazy. What do you guys
But
think?
So
spaceship.
here's my big question, and it really only applies to Mass Effect of the ones present here. What point in the story are we living in this world?
Yeah,
Because
are
if
we,
it's
like,
if it's I start when Mass Effect 1 starts, that's a bad time to be.
I
If it's
assume
I start when Mass Effect
post
3
3.
starts, it's a bad time to be. If it's post Mass Effect 3, it's okay.
I would assume post 3.
I'm just not
That's
crazy
kind of what
about.
I was going off of.
Yeah, I'll give you that assumption as it was you were the one to elect it.
What ending are we getting? Are we branching off of? See,
Yeah.
I personally, I would rather live in the Mass Effect universe than farm in Stardew.
So
Because I hate farming.
here's my problem with Stardew, and this will make us like whittle one of these down. Stardew's bullshit because it's just our reality, but also there's magic, and you can go into a mine and fight shit. That's
No.
See, that's pretty
those are
good.
really
If you're-
the two key differences.
But if you're in the Stardew Valley world, then all of the things he does with a click, you can now do as easily as clicking. So it's not the same.
They do take large amounts of in-game time and energy.
Yes, but it passes quickly, and it's like literally a click to just plant something.
See, I don't know if that necessarily is true.
100%.
I feel like to the Stardew people, things occur in like their real human time.
Well, but that's sort of the opposite of what I'm saying. What Ian is saying with The Sims, it's the same thing. Like whatever, like I think the time is progressing from the player's perspective, right?
Okay. So are we
in our existence in the game? It's from the player's perspective.
So as a person living in Stardew Valley, time passes as fast as it does in like someone playing Stardew Valley on Steam's perspective.
Yeah, a day is 10 minutes or whatever it is. And so that's my point is like, I don't think you can say
then
it's just,
I don't be dead very shortly.
Yeah, I don't think you can say it's just like our real world because then that strips away the entire idea of going into a video game world. And I think
when I am in the world, am I seeing things in like first person human eyes and things are like do things look like if I'm in Stardew, are they pixel based?
Yeah, I would say reality? they look the same, but in a way that is acceptable to you.
Right. Yeah, that you're
real.
It's not some sort of Lovecraftian horror show.
Yeah. And again, these rules don't really matter just for the sake of argument, but I think what I like about Stardew Valley, and again, I'm not crazy about the game, but what I like about it is that Stardew Valley is both cozy, comfortable, but at the same time, it is challenging, and it's rewarding. Mm-hmm. It feels like you are making progress. And if I was in that world and I'm like, oh, it's so easy for me to farm, but I'm going to have to put some effort in to farm the right things. And it's so easy to like be friends with these people, but I'm going to put some effort in to do this. It feels rewarding. It's not just like Will said, EDF is a weekend vacation. That's not Stardew Valley, man. That's like,
let me propose this counter then to Stardew Valley. The problem with Stardew Valley is that you are entering the world, not the location. And the world of Stardew Valley sucks. The protagonist of Stardew Valley, for example, only gets to go there because they happen to own land there, which is a real life problem. Otherwise, they had a shitty desk job, and there is in fact a war going on.
See, when I proposed it, I just assumed you would be taking over as the main character in Stardew Valley.
See, I did not assume that.
I think
because then in Mass Effect, am I taking over as Shepard?
No, but Stardew Valley in Mass Effect, you get to go to a bunch of different places versus in Stardew Valley, you're just in Stardew Valley.
I think
same with like Simpsons Hit and Run. It's not like you can go outside of Springfield.
Yeah,
that's okay.
I think Ty goes to
the coming soon.
Yeah, I think Ty goes to the presenter. So if the presenter presents it as you are the protagonist, then we're going to say you're the protagonist. If they say you're just in the world, then you're in the world. Okay, so
then all of that being said, I like Stardew more than I like Mass Effect.
Yeah, I think I agree. Okay, so let's recap real quick. So actually, before we recap, we should at least touch on Scribblenauts, Dream Daddy, and RuneScape. I think RuneScape, I love the possibilities in RuneScape, but it is very gamified, and there's a lot of people in there just doing what they want. Mm-hmm. And I don't know that I would like living in an MMO. Because I feel like living in an MMO would be like living in an MMO chat box. And that's pretty awful.
But you have the ability to ignore the chat and just talk to NPCs.
Would you though?
Great.
If you're in the world, I feel like it would just be people screaming all the time. That would be the chat box.
Someone should have suggested Club Penguin.
That is
gold for girlfriend.
Yep, I almost made that joke in the presentation. If we want to get really technical about how RuneScape goes here, no, not really. The chat box is incredibly quiet unless you have a clan chat.
Mm-hmm.
And this is like current day RuneScape, right? Not like
No, I think it's
So,
classic, right?
I was
was it classic?
I was going off the old school RuneScape, which is the like the server backup version. That's
Okay.
the one that is more commonly
Mhm.
played nowadays. And yeah, I mean, I'm assuming that like if I live in this universe, I can talk to NPCs and have full conversations with them, and not just like pre-written dialogue.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome.
So
I like the skill stuff in
I'm
that.
gonna hang out with
Yeah.
Zanuck all day and then go farming for 6 hours. You kidding me?
So, Will, I know you have RuneScape experience, so I want to hear your take on this because I have barely an hour of playing RuneScape.
I agree with Chris. I think living in that world would be great. It's not super dangerous because I was thinking like medieval games because I had Valheim on the short list, but the like nightly attacks kind of pushed me away
Yeah.
from that. And I feel like RuneScape is relatively safe. It's the same. Like I was also
Yeah.
considering WoW for that reason. Like the cities are safe, so I think that'd be fun to live there. Plus, leveling up your skills super fast and selling things, or just not doing any of that and like living off the land, like Chris mentioned, I think is totally viable.
Yeah.
I would live in RuneScape.
Okay. Let's touch on Scribblenauts. So
Scribblenauts, this once again has the. Do I get that whatever the magic pad is that I can type stuff into? I assume I do.
I believe you do. Yeah.
Yeah, that's real high tier. I mean, like that's just anything I need instantaneously.
Also,
for the most
I
part.
double checked. You can bring in a guillotine.
Wow.
Ooh.
So my only qualm with Scribblenauts is I played a little bit of it, and I remember it being like, it's almost like you go to different screens. Like you go to town, and it's like a 2-screened thing, and then there's like little puzzles for you to do. And so I'm just trying to remember,
It's very like caricature kind of.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
it's front. I don't know what the word is for it, but it's like there's not really much depth to it.
It's cartoony.
Yeah,
It's almost comic
cartoony.
booky.
It's 2D in every sense of the.
But I mean, in terms of the world, felt very small, and it's almost like it was focused on puzzles. So it was like you're going to this area to do this puzzle, but there's not much outside of it. So I'm just worried if I would get bored in that world.
That depends on the game, honestly.
I played Scribblenauts like the original way back in the day, like on like the DS or whatever it was. And from what I garnered looking at Scribblenauts logos, there's like a Scribblenauts compendium, like sort of like bundle where everything is bundled together. So I think that would expand like all the iterations of Scribblenauts into one.
Scribblenauts Unlimited is a very large city that has individual sections within. So you will go to like the hospital, for example. The hospital has multiple floors and stuff inside of it.
Yeah, and that's sort of like if that's the level of detail that we're going into as far as the expansiveness of the world, I would put that along with like Stardew Valley, where it's like it's one place but it's big and there's multiple areas.
There's multiple things to do within it.
One fear of Scribblenauts though is if someone takes the pad away from you, you are powerless.
Yeah, well, I mean,
someone just clubs you over the head, takes the pad, and runs away.
The only thing is, I don't think that there's any character that can take the pad in the game. Like, I don't think I don't think you can drop the pad. Like, it's like in your hand.
It's bound to your hand.
So maybe,
yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I don't know how it is, but is it that the pad has power, or it's that you writing has power?
It's a magic pad, and when you write, or in the Wii U version, it's like the Wii U pad because Nintendo. When you enter a thing, that thing will appear in front of you.
No, I mean I know that, but I just wasn't sure if the magic was in the pad or in you writing.
I believe it's in the pad.
Okay.
Yeah, but you activate it. So, but in the later versions, it's a little bit. I'm pretty sure the first version didn't have this, but you can add adjectives to stuff.
Yes,
so
correct.
You can be like sassy girlfriend or something, and a sassy girlfriend will appear. Whereas if you just put girlfriend, it's just like a generic thing. So there is more expansiveness the further out you get from the original game.
Gotcha. So I think
the horror of creating humans.
Yeah. I think that brings up a good point though, which is that it is like an E for everyone game, but that means there's very little threat of like danger, crime, being murdered.
I mean, that's not necessarily true. You can die in Scribblenauts, and there is crime and murder in Scribblenauts.
That's
really?
And that's
you
also,
can. I mean, you can create a police officer. You can create a bank robber. So
there's and in some of the expansions, Batman exists, the Joker exists. There's like mythical. There's like a Minotaur. I mean, I'm sure there's like a bunch of stuff. but you go as far as you want to.
Yeah.
Right. If you enter an area where you know you're going to be in danger, you just back out.
Will,
So,
how are you
I
feeling
don't
about
know.
Scribblenauts?
I don't know anything about Scribblenauts. I know you
It's
type
fun.
words, is what I've gathered so far. That is exciting. But it's not in my top 3, but I can see how it means something to those championing it.
I do like that idea though. Maybe we should go around and just say our top 3. This is not definitive. This is just to get a feel where people are at. Top 3 out of the remaining 7 we have here. Will, you want to go?
Stardew, Mass Effect, RuneScape.
Okay. Let's go to Chris.
Stardew, Scribblenauts, RuneScape.
Okay. I would go Stardew, Scribblenauts, Simpsons. Kyle.
Mass Effect, Dream Daddy, and Simpsons.
Interesting.
Okay, so let's get rid of Sims. Nobody
Sims
voted
can go.
for that. Yeah.
Yep.
Because it's bullshit in the first place. Sorry, Kyle.
Shut up.
So if I remember correctly, Stardew's a lock, right? That sounded like a lock.
I don't think Kyle voted for it.
I did not vote for it.
But it was 3 votes. I don't think anything else got 3
Oh,
votes.
okay.
Oh,
that's fine.
I didn't realize you voted for it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
so
if you
that's
guys
a
are
lock.
fine, I think we can.
I'm
lock that.
fine with putting Stardew in there.
Yes.
I have a qualm about Dream Daddy that I want to bring up in a second when you're done shifting stuff around.
Hey, don't be homophobic. Come on, man.
Chris,
the daddies are great. Yeah, no, you know me. Is Dream Daddy not just is it not just Earth? Like, is it not just
But it's a neighborhood with hunky dads.
It's like a very
it's-
idyllic neighborhood.
It's very much like Stardew Valley in that point where it's like there's
Does
something for
Does the concept of homophobia exist in Dream Daddy?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, then I'm willing to accept that this is a parallel universe, and it's one that I'm very into.
Okay.
You haven't lost me yet. Is the one I'm trying to say.
I would be tempted to swap Mass Effect for Dream Daddy.
I'm down. I voted for Mass Effect, and I'll swap it for Dream Daddy.
So here's my qualms with Dream Daddy. I think Dream Daddy is slightly too realistic. And what I mean by that is,
have you played Dream Daddy?
yeah, I played an hour or 2. Dream Daddy is not like Honey Pop, where you just have like these women fawning over and you can get all of them. It's pretty realistic in terms of like how you meet people and try to talk to them and like try to have a relationship with them. And it's basically like dating. And I don't know about you, but I don't want to go to a world where it's basically just dating.
One of the bigger problems I think
same
Dream Daddy
anxieties
faces
and
here is that
everything.
I can't do anything very exciting that I can't do in reality. I mean, yeah, I can date hunky dads, and that is one very cool thing, but all the other games have multiple cool things of varying size.
Yeah,
That's true.
And I think it's not just dating hunky daddies. It's going through the troubles,
The stress.
positives and negatives of dating, and that's tough for me.
I'd still go for it over Mass Effect.
I think I would too. I think Mass Effect is somebody who's playing through them for the first time. It's not a great world. It's got a lot of glitz and glamour to it, but for the people actually living in it, it's not good. It's not good, guys. It's pretty sucky.
I agree with that, but I also don't think I'm ready to quite eliminate the Mass Effect.
That's fine.
Yeah, I only picked it because I didn't pick Star Wars.
Well, how many people are okay with eliminating it? I'm okay with eliminating it.
I want
Mass
to keep
Effect?
it for now.
Yeah,
We can keep it for now. So how many people picked Scribblenauts? It sounded like a decent...
I did. Am I the only one?
I picked Scribblenauts.
I'll pick it. Yeah, I'll go for it.
Do you think we can lock Scribblenauts?
Well, I mean, then Kyle has to back off one of the other ones he picked then, because otherwise he's getting 4 votes.
I'll back off Simpsons then.
Okay.
I mean, I have no frame of reference for it, but if you guys are so convinced by it,
So let me ask you, is this list Stardew, Scribblenauts, and RuneScape?
See,
I think it could be.
I have qualms about the rest of them, so I'm going to fight the most for those 3. Because
So
you guys
you're fine
answered
with
all
that.
my problems with all my problems about Stardew. I think Scribblenauts I think the biggest problem Scribblenauts has, honestly, now that I think about it, is that it has, ironically, the Simpsons problem of the snake, mongoose, chimpanzee. Of you could create a problem, which you then have to create a bigger problem to fix, and then keep going down the line. Eventually, you've doomed yourself.
Wait, how is that the Simpsons problem though?
I think
There's a bit in The Simpsons where they have snakes in the vents, so they bring in mongoose to get the snakes, and then they bring in chimpanzees to kill the mongoose, and then, well, how do you get rid of the chimpanzees? Wait for the winter, and they freeze.
See, two things. I thought you were referring to the Simpsons hit and run game, and second of all,
No,
Chris,
no.
it sounds like you're a Simpsons fan.
I'm a huge Simpsons fan.
You should really play hit and run outside of this stream. You should. It's pretty good.
Ian, I've beaten that game 100%.
It's great.
I played that one, and what's the Crazy Taxi ripoff called?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, Crazy Taxi.
No, this is the Simpsons version of it. I own both of them. They're great games.
Well, for me, I'm okay sticking with Scribblenauts and RuneScape as my 2 votes for the remaining slots.
And I think when I'm looking at this list, I think Stardew, Scribblenauts, RuneScape. Will, what are you thinking?
I just don't see Scribblenauts over Mass Effect, but you guys seem taken by it. So
See, the one thing Mass Effect has that really none of the other ones have on this list is it has banging hot aliens. And like
But
we're talking,
I can't screw Garrus or
yes, you
Thane.
can.
I mean, you can't
Not as a
now.
guy.
Oh, that's a very good point. Mass Effect is homophobic.
That is a good point. Well, no, I mean, in Mass Effect, characters have their choice of, whatever the fuck.
That's not how it works. They have sex with me. They have sex with me.
I'm Shepard.
But hear me out. Asari mind sex, and they're a non-binary species. However, they are all female presenting, and I understand that's a problem.
I want that PP.
Then go find more of Thane's species. There's more of them. I forget what they're called.
I don't want to bang his
Drell.
son.
Drow.
No, his dead son. Spoiler.
I don't know. Mass Effect has a lot of cool stuff going on in it, but it's such a very small percentage of people that actually get to take advantage of any of that.
I mean, living on assuming we're going off Will's thing of it's after 3. I mean, all the bad stuff's done. Earth is pretty chill.
But it's not just like the Reapers is the bad stuff. It's just like the culture is just ingrained with a lot of
the
bad
money
stuff.
Money is
racism, like the colonialism.
Money has a big problem in Mass Effect. And you know what? Yeah, the idea of being broke isn't a problem in the rest of these, except for Sims Hit and Run, I guess. And yeah, I guess the Pixel Stardew sex will have to do.
Will,
hold on. Well, it does sound like we're all fine with putting RuneScape on this. So should we do that so we can make a little more of a wiggle room?
We okay with that?
Yeah.
I've never played it, but okay. I'm.
If Kyle's never played it and he's okay with that, I'm okay with Scribblenauts, even though I've never played it.
Okay, I can be fine with this.
I'm down with those 3.
That's what I was getting at.
Oh my God, is that the list?
I'm just happy none of Ian's games made it.
well, let's. Okay, I'm gonna be real here. I feel like Ian kind of hinted on this one.
That I what?
He what?
Sorry, he intentionally threw this entire competition away.
No,
it's kind of how I'm feeling.
No, it's not that. It's I didn't state it clear enough. I think this whole thing is a joke. So it was just like I wanted to put Minecraft on there, but I was like, Minecraft's not a funny pick.
Oh, I had Minecraft.
Also,
because I had
Minecraft.
Hate that
Yeah.
book.
I had Minecraft written. I had Animal Crossing written.
So I think I'm fine with it because I got my jokes in and I got to talk about Stargate.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
And I did see that, and I was like, he's not going to talk about Stargate, is it? I was like, this was a Roblox swerve, and then it was both, and I hate you.
Something we'll have to decide as the series goes on, if it keeps going on, is right now we're kind of on a balanced where I'm taking it in a very silly direction, and you guys were taking it more in a serious direction, and so we got to figure
I was
out.
taking it pretty silly. Mine were silly.
See, I was going silly with presentation, but actually having a valid point was my goal.
So
here.
that's the balance. Not necessarily balance, but we got to figure out, is it a balance or is it one direction over the other? But that's something we'll figure out. But we definitively came up with the best game world to live in. The winners are Stardew Valley, Scribblenauts, and RuneScape. Gentlemen, thank you guys so much for joining. How are you feeling about the process as it was tonight?
you know, it was tough to see some good games come out there and just not go home with the gold. I'm sorry for the Mass Effect squad. I know they really hustled out there. I hope that having sex with elves and goblins and dwarves and RuneScape will be enough for those guys, though.
Yeah.
Don't call the police.
I don't mean to bring it back, but I think Mass Effect is a great game world, but not to live in. It's great to explore it consequence free, but if you lived in it, it's not consequence free.
That is true, because unlike RuneScape or Scribblenauts where you respawn when you die, I mean, even Stardew to an extent, you just pass out. When you die in Mass Effect, you die.
Yeah.
See, this isn't your fault, but if I had known a little bit more jokey, I would have kept Death Stranding.
Yes.
I wish I could hang out with Conan O'Brien.
And Hideo Kojima.
No.
Wow. So
No,
thank you guys so much for joining us. Let's go around the bend. Kyle, we've got your handle on the stream here at Kyle of the Beard. Any closing thoughts or any pitches you want to throw out there for where people can find you or what you've been doing?
No, like Ian said, it's at Kyle of the Beard, Twitter, Instagram. I don't know, maybe some other places I don't even know about. But I'm real sad that I had to say goodbye to Brian. He was a great dad. Wish he could have been mine, but unfortunately, you know, he just didn't play his best tonight. But I'm happy with the results. I'm happy with Scribblenauts, even though I played Stardew for a little bit and it just wasn't for me. But I'm okay because it's just.
Yeah,
it's simple, it's nice, it's pixelated, and RuneScape. You know, it's a fun new adventure. So I'm good with the nominees.
Yep. Will, we can find you on Twitter at Hunt270. Thoughts for the evening and any closing thoughts?
It was a good show. I'm glad that Stardew made it because it is the right choice. I apologize for including volleyball. I did not know. Next time I'll pick a sexy game that doesn't have problems.
Wow. I might have won that way.
Chris, we can find you on Twitter at SaveDataChris. Any closing thoughts for the evening?
You can find all my stuff over at Save Data Team on all the platforms. And you know, I gotta say, other than some shoddy refereeing out there with the whole, you know, disclusion of Stargate thing, I think it was a really good event for everyone.
It was great. Yeah, I'm just really glad that all three of my games got picked. Just an incredible time. You can find me on Twitter at ThinkGibson. I'm just going to be watching Stargate, posting about Stargate models, all sorts of stuff like that. And you can find us at...
He's all over the Stargate forums.
Look, I'm going to be honest with you. I almost delayed the stream by 10 minutes because I was halfway through a Stargate episode. And I was getting real good, folks. You can find me on Twitter at ThinkGibson, and you can find Subpixel at Subpixel Team on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, and Mixer. You can also find us at subpixelfilms.com. That takes you right to our YouTube page where we have all of our stream archives, some short clips, and a bunch of edited videos. Will just put up a video yesterday about Dark Souls, the board game. Will, is it any good?
Watch the video to find out.
It wasn't. I had to suffer through it.
I was there.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Oh, goodness me.
Nightmare.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for joining. We will see you tomorrow night. Kyle, you're going to be streaming tomorrow night. Is that right?
Yeah, it's going to be something new.
Oh, that's exciting.
Destiny 2.
Oh, my.
Tune in for Destiny 2 or something new. We've also got Thursday local chat. And this weekend, be on the lookout. We've got some E3 streams on Saturday, Sunday. We also have Roblox with friends on Saturday night. That's right. I have 85 friends in Roblox. Can you believe it?
You claimed you had 88 earlier.
I do remember 88.
I thought
Did
you
lose
went
3
up to
during the stream?
94.
I checked it this morning when I was working on the PowerPoint.
You lost friends.
Is there a cap on the friends list?
200. That's what we're trying to get to.
Oh.
Getting close.
You'll have to watch the stream archives. Thank you guys so much for joining us and watching. We'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.